Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of our CapeSpace Connection series. I'm your host, Haley, the community manager for CapeSpace Mashpee, and today I am so excited to have here with me a friend of CapeSpace, Taiki Magyar. Hey, Taiki.
Hey, I'm pumped to be here.
Oh, awesome. So excited. How you been?
Good, pretty good. Yeah, coming off the holidays and into that best time of Cape Cod.
Taiki, before we get started, I got to congratulate you because your company, Big Tree, was just named one of 20 to watch in 2021 by Cape Implement Business Media.
Yeah, same with CapeSpace. Yeah, it's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah. So how does that feel?
It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for about 4 years, 5 years, kind of under just freelance, kind of unofficially. So in 2020, I officially made Big Tree to
Mhm.
formalize all the business stuff. And so, yeah, it's awesome to get some sort of exposure and more recognition. So I'm good. I'm excited to be moving forward, and especially now,
Mhm.
hopefully with the pandemic, moving
Mm.
way out.
Right, right. Okay, awesome. So Taiki, why don't you to get us started here, why don't you tell us about Big Tree? What do you guys do?
Yeah. So Big Tree is a video production company based on the Cape that
Mhm.
serves businesses, schools, and nonprofits for promotional and marketing content. And so it really came out from just me just loving to make videos for any sort of purposes. I studied video production at school at Northeastern in Boston. I traveled around, I lived in Japan for a little bit and then traveled around Asia and Europe and did a lot of videos actually just really rough, fun videos, but just love the medium of making videos. And then found my way to the Cape about 5 years ago. And I got a job working at the Sandwich Community TV station, which I still work at. And it's been great
Mhm.
just to have this flexibility to make a lot of more creative content and specifically work with businesses too, which has been an interesting experience. And then that kind of spurred a lot more businesses, and businesses wanted videos from me. So I just kind of expanded and have been making a lot of different kind of content, whether it's a website video or now businesses want social media videos, and I do some photography as well.
Mhm.
Um, and so it kind of just ranges from different things. It could be for internal purposes or for marketing purposes too. So
Mhm.
I've just been able to keep on going, and the more videos I make, it kind of keeps expanding to other different groups and businesses. So it's great. It's been awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. What initially got you into video making? What kind of sparked that creative interest?
Yeah, when I was in high school, actually, I discovered, like, my dad had just like a little crappy camera and whatever, and it was better
Mhm.
than anything I had. And so
Mhm.
any sort of school project, I always like wanted to make it a video project because it was just like way better than like writing a paper or anything like that. And it's just
Uh-huh.
like an amazing feeling to just shoot something, no matter how crappy it is, a bunch of different things that could be a complete mess, and you somehow build a story out of it. And
Mm.
just blew my mind. And so I wanted to keep doing it. So I went and pursued it at school and continued just to where I am today. Yeah, just
Mhm.
amazing. And I absolutely love films and watching movies. I think movies are like the greatest thing on the planet.
Mhm.
Movies or any sort of stories. I'm a huge fan of video games too, which is kind of a different art form of films, but I just
Mhm.
love the medium in general.
Mhm. What's your favorite movie, by the way?
Yeah, I'm kind of a sap, and I sometimes feel like it's a cop out answer, but my favorite movie is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Uh-huh.
Not a Jim Carrey fan at all, but I mean, I think he plays a very different version of that, a very different version of Jim Carrey in that movie, and
Mm.
fantastic. But yeah, I mean, there's just so many great movies. I kind of feel like I had to pick a favorite movie, for that question, but I do love that movie. It's incredible. I can watch it constantly, and I think it's the perfect balance of like
Mhm.
goofy and serious and sci-fi and contemporary.
Mm.
Heavy.
Right, right. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, yeah,
That's awesome. So, Taiki, how would you describe your work? Like, what would you say separates your work maybe from other people?
yeah. I mean, it's fortunate for my industry actually because there's not a lot of people in the Cape doing video production. I mean, in Boston and New
Mhm.
York, if you go to LA and other major cities, there's so many people doing it, and obviously online you get to see amazing people. People maybe even younger than me making amazing content all the time. So it's really tough. Like on Cape, and not to degrade what I do, but people would think it's cinematic or anything like that. But you go online and you go to other places that has more people available, that people are making insane stuff. So it's tough to really find uniqueness for what I do. I guess I
Mhm.
feel like I really what separates me a lot is, I guess, is the emotional side of things. Because you can always get like and the ability to weave stories together, especially among what people say. So taking like a 30-minute interview and somehow condensing it into 2 to 3 minutes and have it be cohesive yet still emotional.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I think is something that I carry and I respect a lot, and that's something that no matter what gear or camera you get, you can't really change that. It's kind of innate.
Right. Yeah. So I love looking at it as like storytelling like that too,
Yeah.
and the emotion of it. That's cool.
And yeah, I mean, I always want to push businesses on Cape to embrace that, that emotional storytelling, because every business on the Cape, even no matter how small, has like a great story, and that's something I really want to bring out. And people think of like commercials as cheesy, or car commercials that are trying to sell you something all the time, but I really think it's the story, especially being in a small town, and I'm sure you meet so many business owners and entrepreneurs that have great stories that just should be told. So that's what I love to do.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. So Taiki, has there been like a favorite project or maybe most unique project maybe you've done so far?
Yeah, as far as a business, that's tough to say. I mean, I got to do a lot of fun stuff with the chamber, the Cape Cod Chamber, a couple of years ago. They got they got this like giant grant of money, I think, from mass tourism, and they decided to give a large amount of it to me. So I got to basically go around the Cape and shoot a bunch of stuff. I got to bring my friends and do a big kind of a day road trip, going to all these different places and covering them, having a great time. And that was an awesome experience, and taste of like working, but also really enjoying it. People talk about corporate videos as being kind of the downfall of filmmaking or whatever, but honestly, it was a great time. And I did this big video project back when I was 20, like I guess back 7 years ago or something, in 2015. I guess so that'd be like 5 or 6 years ago, and where I traveled from Japan to Portugal without airplanes with a friend, and we covered the whole thing in about 40 videos. So
Wow.
I love the idea of capturing content, and sometimes it's not always the cleanest or the most produced or whatever, but it's about just capturing material and archiving it and showing people in natural elements. So I really enjoyed that. So that was a great project with the Cape Cod Chamber, just to highlight tourism here on the Cape and area.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah.
Those are very currently, not very long. Just started doing them, but those have been fun, and I'm excited like out of that too.
Absolutely. So Taiki, we've partnered up at CapeSpace with you to do some marketing content, which has been great. And we're also teaming up with you to do a special thing for our members coming up. Can you tell people about these studio sessions we're going to be holding? CapeSpace
studio sessions is something I thought would be great, because CapeSpace, and especially in Hyannis, and both are beautiful, but CapeSpace and Hyannis has a lot of space, and the lighting is incredible, that people have the opportunity to, if I bring a camera and set something up, that we can cycle in businesses and like, give them 10 to 15 minutes in front of the camera to have a professionally done video statement, giving them whatever they'd like to say for their business. I can hand the video off to them, and then they can use that on whatever platform they'd like to use. Kind of like, in a way, it's just a video headshot version of it. Especially now, because all these businesses and entrepreneurs and people at CapeSpace, they have their own platforms and they want to talk about things that are happening. So doing this once a month with CapeSpace, I think, gives them an opportunity to plan for something to say, come in, and then give a spiel about whatever they'd like. I know people have cell phones and Zoom and all this stuff, and I think it's great. But it's also nice to have this sort of different look and it done sort of differently to separate it from those things. I think people can use cell phone stuff every day, and that's great. But then to have this sort of high quality video once in a while really sparks something, if it's an important message or an announcement. I think it works. And then since we're keeping it consistent too, the businesses can kind of plan for it each month and do that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm excited to get more involved with like the CapeSpace members, because it's, when you're there, you meet them and you get kind of used to seeing the same people. And I'm sure, because you're there and everyone's familiar with you, but I'm excited to actually get to talk to them and learn about all their businesses.
Absolutely. So this is going to be happening every first Monday of the month, starting on March 1st.
Yeah.
And it'll be from 3 to 5 p.m. and no appointment necessary. You can just, if you're a member, you can just drop by and meet Taiki and get an awesome, professional, high quality video for your business. Right. I think it's so cool because it's just having that like good first impression with something so professional and high quality. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I know a headshot is super important. Everybody wants professional LinkedIn headshots, but I do think there's going to be just so much involvement with video. And I know it's not super popular, but people are doing sort of video resumes, even people not in like video production at all. So because I think you get so much more of a person when you get to see them and interact and hear their voice, and see their facial expressions move versus just a still shot. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a good thing and people catch on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm hopeful we can open this up to the public once,
Yeah.
the circumstances allow it to. But for now, members only, and hopefully we can grow it in the future.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, get people into CapeSpace. I mean, you barely have to do much with the lighting there. It looks great when people are.
As you can see in my Zoom background right now, the lighting at Hyannis is really good. Taiki's right. Okay, Taiki, before I let you go, is there anything else you wanted to let the audience know about, or?
No, if they ever see me at CapeSpace, they're welcome to say hi and sit down for a chat. That's why I really pushed the craziness of my desk there.
Oh, yeah.
Just so people are welcome in that. They should be intimidated at all. I like to keep it professional, but also very fun and light. But yeah, excited to be more integrated there.
Yeah, your desk is awesome. If you happen to be in Hyannis, be sure you'll see his desk. You'll know it when you see it. Well, thank you so much, Taiki. This has been wonderful.
Yeah, it's great talking to you, Haley.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll see you around soon.
Yeah, definitely.
And thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.